Hello, collective. Happy November 25th, Monday. It's no ordinary day to follow. That's from the letters. I try and take these letters up here and then get some kind of words to help us with the cards. So the theme is that something's no ordinary day to follow. Heaven removes a burden. So there's some kind of burden that heaven has removed or removes, actively removes. Okay. Ointment on your forehead to anoint you. So, yeah, burial. Your ancestors would use ointment during the funeral services for the body. So there's something about ointment on your forehead to anoint you. And then I made the A like that, and that's the symbol for air. So, yeah, there might be, yeah, something about an air sign. Getting anointed, maybe. An air sign. Air, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Yeah. Terrified of a buried evidence. Yeah, this is some evidence that's been buried. They're really afraid that intuitively somebody's going to dig that up, I guess. Yeah, for the 25th. Monday. Risen to abide with us. Yeah, remember, Christ is risen to abide with us, in us. Yeah. Yeah, so I was looking up today in Luke, how the signs of when he comes again, and it was saying something about like the clouds, the sun, the moon. They're all things in nature will indicate right away that something's off just a tad. So a lot of it is weather doing weird things, but yeah. 2444, tarry ye in the town. So 2444, you can spell that out. That's actually from Luke 24:44 about tarry ye in the town. Okay, because after they had laid Christ's body in the tomb, okay, the town was dismissed. The people, the general, they were dismissed. But just a few, they tallied, which meant they stayed behind. Their heart was still kind of tied to what had just happened. So after everyone had disassembled, there's like just maybe a handful of them. And that was the handful that saw him resurrect. Yeah, so I thought that was really beautiful. There's something about a handful of you will be balanced enough emotionally. Is so stressful right now. I can't even imagine what you guys are going through. But if you can stay emotionally balanced and talk to the past over ones, talk to your spirit guides, because they're going to help you tarry in town to see the miracle. There's some kind of miracle. Yeah. Departed from us to abide in us to stand united. Yeah. He departed from us, but truly, he abides in us, and that's to stand united. Just stand with everybody else like, well, I'm on the same page. I think these are some crimes. These are crimes. I don't want to live with these crimes, and have them be secret and have them happen every day, 24 hours a day. And they have more power, so you have no way to report it or get any grip on it. You're just going to live in this Gotham City. Yeah. So a risen heart is never heavy, and that just makes your heart, like if you know you're risen with the Most High Christ, it's not going to be heavy. There's no burden, So, yeah, that's the letters. Now the chart, oh my gosh, look at all these notes on this, guys. So the ancestors have a meeting tonight. There's some meeting, okay? It's got the Neptune, the Mars, a secret, and this transformation. So right in the middle is this rectangle, 4 degrees Sagittarius for the sun. So you got fire sun, and then you got 8 degrees moon of Libra. So a little air. So that's kind of a fun alchemy. That's like yeah, because it's water, it's air and fire. So air and fire is real fun. Yeah. Yeah, real fun right now, right? No, so these were deadly illusions. These were deadly illusions. This is why they're talking at the board meeting tonight. Hey, I want to talk about these deadly illusions, okay, of this. Yeah, this prideful emperor that's hiding 12th house. Yeah, we want to talk about this emperor that's hiding these deadly illusions. And then how do we become a fair guardian? Yeah. So 8 degrees Libra for the moon is to be a fair guardian. Yeah, the fair guardian. Well, this, arrogant secret is out here. How do we guard our hearts against this pain, because a lot of you, you don't have news. So it's like, okay, well, and already the readers are saying, well, looks like the spring of 27, we might, and you're like, no, you move on, you have to. But yeah, there's something about this fair guardian, and you deserve that after what you've been through, this unjust, whatever this is, these power, privilege, prestige, people that power over maneuver you constantly. So yeah, there's something about to make things fair, because if they're not communicating, then that's completely unfair. If you don't hear anything or see anything out of the ordinary. Oh, okay, I get it. We've been punked. No, it's like you know these people. It should not surprise you at all, truly. And then the other person at the board meeting is Pluto, who's this whole goal was to transform how you serve humanity, because so far this group of people has used serving humanity with personal promotion. Like, oh yeah, I don't mind holding public office as long as I, get to sit at the right tables and get the right promotions and So they play the part. They don't do anything for humanity, truly. So there's going to be a transformation to that, because it just left Capricorn, okay? Pluto, it's in Aquarius now. Capricorn's about merit, prestige, okay? And so rank is very important to a Capricorn, okay? But for an Aquarius, it's like, am I accomplishing anything for the good of man? The good of my man. You could say it like that, for the good of mankind. Yeah, no, the greatest good for the greatest many, very utilitarian, very helpful. I want to be that. I won't feel fulfilled inside unless I'm doing something for the greater good. That's truly where that Aquarius heart comes from, and that's where Pluto's headed. Even at 0 degrees, it's this huge atmospherically, it's shifted. You can just feel it in the atmosphere. It's shifted, this power. This is the seat that, they didn't want to relinquish for the longest time. This was the new king in town, this Aquarius, and they didn't want to get rid of Nebuchadnezzar, or whatever what was that in the Old Testament? I remember doing a reading on that, but yeah, they didn't want to let go of the king for David. Yeah, you could use David. He fought tooth and nail to get that kingdom, and Saul didn't want David to have it. So it's just that relinquishing of the changing of the guard. They don't want to do it. And I'm so excited to get some of you people, these intuitive chosen ones in these, because it'll just be a breath of fresh air. It won't be the script on the teletype as they hold a press conference. They'll be talking from the heart, like, yo, you know what I mean? So yeah, and then you got a grand trine tonight, which is huge. Okay, so you got this 4-degree Sagittarius sun. This is you, collective. Now, when I looked up the Sabian symbol, that happens to be, yeah, it's called the Gordian knot. The Gordian knot in legend was whatever leader could untie that knot, the prophecy was that leader would rule Asia. Well, Asia's huge, obviously. So that was the legend about this Gordian knot. Okay. Alexander the Great comes around 333 BC. And he just takes his sword and he cuts it right. Look, I rule Asia now. Thank you, Alexander. So there are ways around things besides tediously doing things. And he just made this brilliant brute force decision. We're going to slice through. And so I'm ruler of Asia. So that was how that went. But you are in that position tonight, collective, where you don't want brute force the rest of your life. These people bullied you out of your future. They bullied you out of material gain. That you had been left by some very caring people in your family. I mean, you don't want brute force anymore when it comes to human ways and how to have authority over them and rule over them. That seems over the top. So it's like a spiritual force. You have to use the spirit. May the spiritual force be with us, you know. And no dog and Alexander the Great, man, you're awesome. But yeah, that would be the lower vibration, you know, to have that I am king of the world mentality, you know. Whereas, you know, if you have this high vibration of Lancelot and your spiritual gifts, you know, well, I have a sword that's from this lady at the lake, and it's just, I don't know, there's a beauty to it because there's truth, and, you know, people are just amazed, you know, they want to know that mystery of Lancelot. And that's where you sit, is in this nest with that mystery. And these deadly illusions. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, you sit with this beautiful truth, spiritual truth, standing with spiritual force instead of brute force, and you come up here to these deadly illusions. Like this nearly killed a lot of the collective. Yeah, it was supposed to end our lives, and it didn't. So you get the grand trine because of this war. Now, Mars is very important. It's still 12th house. It's still that prideful emperor hiding, but the Sabian symbol for that 5 degree, or is it 5? Yeah, 5 degrees Leo is a huge rock at the end of the road. Like you get to the end of the road and then, you know, there's a boulder there, an actual boulder. So that reminded me, and I spoke with Rosa Parks, because remember, all she did was take, you know, her seat on the back of that bus, and she didn't move. So it was like this boulder at the end of the road, and everyone's looking at the rear view, like, what do we do with this, right? But that's what she was supposed to do. It's in her chart, and I'll show you her chart too after we pray. But yeah, so it's like these deadly illusions, you know, that's very cruel illusions, truly. And then while you sit with this spiritual force in your home, and then you have to be this boulder at the end of the road, this Rosa Parks, like, hey, I'm okay with it, whatever you got to do, you know, I'm not going anywhere. You're just as important, and that's part of that Sabian symbol, is you're just as important as anybody else, you know. Why do you have to leave, or why do you have to move, or, you know, change the way you think, or you know, that's balance, you know what I mean? We love you, Rosa. And by the way, her destiny was 5 degrees Aries, just like, is it? Yeah. Okay, hers was 4 degrees Aries. Rosa Parks was, and you're sitting at 5 degrees Aries, so very, very close. So, all right, ancestors, please be here for this reading. I love you. I love you. Impose. Yes, may I impose on the highest ascended master Jesus to please be here for your grace, your wisdom on these cards, and your strength, Jesus. We're going to need your strength this week. Amen. Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, please be here for your insight as well. I love you. I love you. I got Jesus. This is the heart, the sacred heart of Jesus. Yeah. Instill upon me your blessings, and with your infinite mercy, make me worthy of your sacred heart. Infinite mercy, worthy of a sacred heart. Okay? Yeah. We need Jesus tonight. I was going to say this too. Yeah, to raise up. Raise up these people that know that they can be redeemed from this storyline. You know, truly, Jesus. Amen. Yeah, this is no way to live this week in history. Good Lord. I can't believe it, really, truly. But remember, just talk to those past over ones, and they'll get you laughing, and they'll get you happy again. But it's hard. It's really hard when you think, well, I gotta move on with my life, man. You're gonna have to just. I'm gonna have to just see you on CNN some night, because I'm busy. I'm busy. Oh, that smells good. So let's show them Rosa's chart really quick. Yeah, this was really beautiful, because this was Rosa Parks' destiny. And you can see right away that she was gifted to do quite a bit here. it's all with these little kites from Venus down here in the second house, Aries. And then she had her Saturn, very communicative Saturn, possessed for Taurus, and then all of this stuff going up here to these three to make this kite 3 times, okay? Which these were all in Capricorn. Yeah. So her truth, her I am, would include an energy in harmony with hidden kings. I love it. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Ability to have their safety. Hidden kings. And hidden priests and a hidden clan. Got it. Okay. It's so hard to read upside down. Okay, so this Venus, which we could represent as Rosa herself, was in possession, or the females in her legacy, her clan, but she truly had this in her chart on the day of her birth, that this female energy of hers, this Venus energy of hers, would possess this pioneer spirit because it was second house Aries. And truly, when it comes up to Mars like this, it's sextile Mars. It was saying, you know, and it was in the 12th house. Is that right? Yeah, it's that 12th house. So some secret kings, leaders, okay, warrior leaders, kings, queen, would aid her. They would aid her to communicate with borders and safeties, okay? Her truth, her I am, would include an energy in harmony with hidden kings. Hidden kings, okay. The key is that they're hidden. So she's got these hidden kings on her spirit team. That's what that's telling me on the day she was born. Right away, we're going to furnish you with a few weapons, spiritual weapons. And one of them were these hidden kings from her legacy, from her background. So she had these hidden kings, and to have her safety. Yeah. That we're going to keep her safe, because this is all about borders and safeties. These hidden kings up here that we reserve for war, spiritual war, we're going to be given to Rosa, okay? And to keep her safe, her borders safe for her, as she communicated a very strong, I have something to say. Like Taurus is like, I have, right? Well, I have something to say. That's what Rosa was blessed with on the day of her birth, is we're going to give you some hidden kings. They were 12th house. They were all spiritual kings and passed over ones that were going to help her remain safe and to be able to communicate with other people. I have something to say. Okay. So we don't know quite yet, right? That's just Mars. And then it goes to the moon and does the same thing. Well, the moon, this I am person would have passed over help from priests of merit, because it's Capricorn, that would communicate safety as ownership. Yeah, this is okay. So then you come over here and it goes up to the moon. So you will also be possessed of these meritable passed over priests, these hidden priests. We're going to put those on your spiritual team as well for when you face the borders and safeties, okay? Because they might try and communicate that they own you, but she knew different, see? The priests were going to tell her different. So she knows that she has the authority. Do you get that? Because it's Taurus. She has it. But the priests are going to help her intuitively to be able to stand that ground against, I am already safe. I don't need your laws, rules. I am quite safe, because they were going to give her have it in possession of her, within her. And you all know, like if you think like a king inside, that people can see it on the outside. You know, if you think like, oh, I'm so poor, then they're going to see poor. You know what I mean? So the priests were working on her from the day of her birth. Like, we're going to make sure that, you know, you've got these King of Kings inside of you, and these high priests, and we're all here for you, for her destiny, truly. And then this other one with the clan, yeah, the secret humanitarian clan would assist Venus to possess this pioneer spirit, being an Aries like that, to be independent from any border that communicated otherwise. So any border or safety that tried to give her grief, this clan, this hidden clan was behind her spiritually, and was going to remind all these people that tried to tell her otherwise, no. Look who has it. It's I have. This Venus has it. I have the ability to communicate my safety. I don't need yours. So this clan was going to back that up too. So she had some spiritual reinforcement right away. All these passed over kings, queens, priests, clan members to stand up to Borders and Safety, to stand up to them, you know? I love it. So, and this was, the job was this karma. And I love it because her job, her karma, okay, was this transformation. And see how it's in 5th house. Yeah, it's 5th house, but it's Gemini. So it's like some transformation of legacy through a duality. There was some kind of duality that wasn't quite right from history speaking. And that's all segregation, you know? That's all segregation. So that the karma was to transform that historic duality that exists. Historic duality. Transform that, Rosa. And what we're going to do is put you on a bus. We're going to travel you with a big group of people and expand that event. Is that not cool? Because Jupiter sat with the 11th house group of people traveling. She's on a bus, and that story blew up across the United States that she wouldn't give up her seat. Is that not cool? And she met that. She met that. But that was the payment. She wanted to pay that for her ancestors and set all these kings and queens, even more of them, free. Even more of them. Whatever her family had done in the past had almost paved the way for her to do it. And it almost went without a hitch. You know, it's like, she had a foundation to do that, to pay that. Isn't that awesome? Yeah. All these Passover kings, priests, clan members, all guaranteeing her, hey, you tell them, I communicate. I have my safeties and borders. Thank you very much. I don't need you to communicate them to me. when you know, she's just a law-abiding citizen, you know, and they went out of the way to promote a duality, this Gemini. No, you're over here and we're over here and blah, 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 blah. And they said, no, you're going to go down there, Rosa, and you're going to transform that. Okay. All righty. Yes, she was born February 4th, 1913 in Tuskegee. I probably murdered that, Alabama. I'm sorry. Yeah, so yeah, she, talk about fair guardianship. Her ancestors had her back for that. And that's, you know, that was her fame. She became famous for that, just for, you know, standing her ground. I love you. Please be here for this reading. Thank you so much. Yes, she cheered me up today. So let me show you the, oh my gosh, 2236. I've got some cards for you, and they are going to blow your mind a little bit here. So with this 4 degrees Sagittarius sun is this Gordium knot. Yeah, the Sabian symbol. And it's the legend of brute force. We've seen a lot of that in history. Versus this Hermit card, 25th November. Some kind of investigation, maybe into this brute force. But it almost says to me that somebody is watching a home, because the Chariot is 7 or Cancer. Somebody might be watching a home tonight, so there's a couple questions we'll have to ask when we shuffle. But yeah, this 25th is saying something about self-disciplined, decent human beings, or do we choose the secret order with deadly ways? Yeah, we can choose, you know, to be just decent human beings, or we can get a patch and a leather jacket and join this secret order with deadly ways, you know, if you make it. If they don't, you know, kill you off, haze you off in the process of trying to get on their team. So yeah, it seems to be that this self-discipline, this decent human being, isn't as exciting. It's not as exciting. We'd rather be with this group of people that have bravado and witchcraft, and it's so much more exciting. Yeah, thrilling, isn't it? So then you come to this crossing energy, which is that 8 degrees fair guardian, the fair guardian of Libra. So Sting has that birthday, and he sang that song, Every Breath You Take. Yeah, that creepy one. But he also wrote An Englishman in New York, which is, I'm an alien, I'm an illegal alien, I'm an Englishman in New York. Yeah, something like that. But that's interesting because, you know, he talks about being an alien, but he's a legal alien. So that's going to be the crossing energy, you know, going over this. Yeah, some kind of, I don't know, somebody's watching a home. And it might be because an alien ship landed on your ops lawn tonight. Praise God. Okay. So then we come up here to Mercury, and it's 22 degrees Sagittarius. A goal to expand, But see, it's retrograde now. Oh yeah, retrograde. So now we have to go back over, you know, these goals that your ops used to expand. They weren't really goals at all. They were power maneuver over just horrible ways to suppress you and your voice, make you invisible. So yeah, we don't, yeah, but it's all going over all those past things that they did. And yeah, Alexander Eiffel has 22 degrees Sagittarius. That's the one that did the plans for Eiffel Tower. That's how we got that. He drafted those plans. So, but we want to make sure not to have a crooked Eiffel Tower. Okay, that's why we're looking over that evidence tonight. Now, if you back up just a little bit, this one also shows up, and I wanted to put this one out here because it's very close to that 22 degrees Sagittarius. It's the Temperance. So I almost feel like because we're choosing between this self-disciplined person versus this secret historic order club group, you know, who do we want to follow or lead us to truth and salvation and all these nice, beautiful, peaceful things? The evidence is going to come in two different ways. You know, we're going to have to examine your evidence collective. We're going to have to examine what they did and the hyperactivity of both. Yeah. So then Jupiter, look at this, guys, another Hermit card. Yeah, there is something really going on where it's either I'm withholding 12th house information, or Virgo, I'm serving 12th house information, or I'm observing. Something's going on with this Hermit 9. But it's the incoming energy for tonight. It's the incoming energy, and it's this master at work. So yeah, you would trust the Hermit to be a master. So then Saturn has this 12 degrees Pisces. It's past calculations, 369. Yeah, there's something about you finding your purpose. Yeah, we'll do some cards on that, but it's something about how you hit your 369 when you found your purpose, I believe. And then you come down here and check it out again. It's an actual double shot Chariot Hermit of, yeah, I could not believe it. Because then we got High Priestess over here for Saturn, which was the crossing energy. I mean, it was just like repeat. Pete and repeat sat on a boat. Who got kicked out? Yeah, choose the right one, collective. Okay, so we've got Venus at 17 degrees Capricorn. There's some kind of repressed emotion. Problems provide opportunity for Venus, though, which sounds good. And then this Hermit again, 5 degrees Leo, an assessment. Where do I follow? Yeah, Mars is trying to figure out where he's going to be most popular. Yeah, that's always the first thing on your to-do list. And then you come over here, Uranus, 24 degrees Taurus, retrograde. Jim Jones had that birthday, that cult leader. Yeah, remember that cult leader? That ended tragically in history in the 70s. That ship has truly sunk. There was some Sabian symbol, I'll read to you about ships on that one. And then Neptune has 27 degrees Pisces, retrograde, trying to harvest a cursed crop. Yeah, they're trying to harvest blessings right now because, collective doesn't know anything and they're stupid. Well, great, but anything you harvest right now, it's cursed. So good luck with that. And then Pluto, 0 degrees Aquarius, even at 0. Yeah, you can feel that Pluto in Aquarius because the atmosphere has totally shifted. Yeah. 19 and 20 on the top here. That's kind of interesting. And then your destiny, 19 degrees Aries, the wheel. Even presidents collective will make contracts with pirates. Yeah, even presidents will. And then the destiny, 5 degrees Aries, some kind of, yeah, may the spiritual force be with you. See the Chariot card again. Yeah, so what I like about the evidence is 14, okay? You take 7, and you get 7, you get the Chariot, okay? Because this was 7, okay? And this is 7. So I had 7, 7, 7. Yeah, I'm really thinking that that's more than just coincidence. 2933. Yeah, 2 master numbers right there. Boom. Yeah, there's something about 777 tonight. Yeah, but we may have to drop a few qualifiers to get there. Who knows? It's like you have the winning ticket, but you can't cash it because you have the wrong, you know, yeah, whatever. It's like you're going to have to like go in and like your mask to be able to cash it, you know, because you're not in the club. Well, that's funny because the money's still good. You know what I mean? And they want to do that to you. Wow. Coming in a cloud. Yeah, these were some things I wrote down about this change, this huge change. When you can feel this energy shift of this Christ consciousness, there will be signs in the sun and the moon. Yeah. The sun and the moon, ancestors. Tell me what's going on with this chariot. Is the hermit watching a house tonight? Or is he watching how this balances out? Like, are we going to just choose decent human beings? Or are we going to keep choosing clubs, groups, organizations that have power, privilege, and prestige? Because that's getting really annoying. You know, a lot of you didn't even reach out to get help because you already knew the answer. You already knew the answer. You'd have to have like, what, a 20-page single-spaced narrative on these are the events that have transpired for me, citing footnotes and endnotes with your actual evidence. No, dude, I just want to be a decent human being and tell you what's going on. You know, for the safety of the other people, you know, that's what they would expect from you for us to do anything appropriate for you. Okay, alrighty. Tell us about this threshold. So somebody's at a threshold, getting close there. Yeah, somebody's getting close to being able to get away. Six of Swords. Oh, they might be watching that house in case your ops are trying to get away. So, yeah, it might be a Queen of Wands that's trying to get out of responsibility. Yeah, so tell us about this Queen of Wands. What is she doing? Is she higher or lower vibration? What's going on with Queen of Wands? 7 card for Chariot. The Gordian knot, brute force. Alexander the Great said, you know what? Just move out of the way. And he just cut that knot right in half. Which was so admirable in the legend, but I really think that too many of your ops did that. They pushed you down, okay? They pushed you down to run up to this huge knot and just, you know, and then they didn't even see that they had actually cut a few other things on their way out of that knot, you know, like, oh, it's just a dog. Yeah, okay. They didn't care. They pushed you down to get to it and then committed other various crimes in the procedure, and they didn't. Nobody blew a whistle on it. Like, yeah, everyone stood up. Yeah, double points. And we're like, what? Yeah, there's a plan going on tonight. The Hermit is aware of a plan with this Queen of, let's find out who's this plan with. Somebody has a plan tonight to get away. Somebody in that house is trying to get away. They don't want to answer questions. What's this going on? What's this? Cancer is from the Chariot card. And then the Hermit is Virgo. I've been getting a lot of Aries though from, yeah, there's some kind of, they're avoiding this death. They've done nothing but magic on you this week. Look at all that spell work that they've been doing to avoid this death. They just figured that, well, you're going to drop dead. And then the other one I got was this. Yeah, 7 of Coins. That's all the little plans, plots, procedures, how to off somebody. And then, oh, and it's an emperor that's doing this, an emperor. A very prideful emperor with a secret. He's the one that's doing this. He doesn't want to reveal that secret tonight. 12th house Mars. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So they're trying to watch you. Okay. Now, and I do look a little tired tonight, but I'm cleaning this because I'm moving out. So I've been cleaning. And when you clean out a place, you know, you have to have it look the way you moved in, right? You know, so carpets are clean, you know, so light fixtures, I mean, it takes a while. So I was kind of tired, but the nice thing is when you're working that hard and you do lay down, it's like, you just conk out. You're just like, oh, you know, even if your muscles are sore, it's like that. You get that really good sleep because you've used parts of your muscles that you don't normally, you know. So yeah, it was great. You might have some of that time to keep your mind off of this stress. Like, when is this ever going to end? Is there, and you know, I don't know, guys. It truly looks like these people got away with it. truly. But that's a horrible way to think. And so I don't make any, I do not date my epitaph, whatever, my tombstone. I do not date it by saying, oh, this is what I believe to happen. That's what people want when you tell them, hey, what's your plans? And then you tell them, well, that's just dated and named your tombstone. So instead I'm like, God makes plans, not me. You know what I mean? Because you could manifest such a greater tomorrow if it wasn't for people constantly wanting the mundane. They always want the mundane. Well, what time can we come and get the, I don't know. I may get picked up by, anything could happen. The cruise ship could come in and dock and I could just hightail it out of here. There's no water for it to get here, but you know what I mean? It's like, it's that kind of thing. It's like they are so obsessed, this 3D, about mundane. When I was looking at I'm like, is it Monday? They were asking me what my plans were for Saturday, which is cool, yeah. I mean, I'm sure some of you, not a big deal, but I really didn't know. I really don't know. And they were like wanting to tie me to the chair until I told them what I was going to do at 8 in the morning on Saturday. Wow. I really don't know, guys. I'm cleaning right now and sleeping really good. But so just be aware that that's one of the tactics they're going to use to get you like frustrated or something. And it's like, well, I'm not really frustrated. It's just God makes my plans. So, and I just follow the rules. I clean the place, I leave the keys, and I go, bye-bye. Okay, so this Emperor's doing magic on you. Okay, what's the Hermit think of this? It's the Hermit. The Hermit's probably going to have some words with him, huh? Why me? Oh, the Emperor. Yeah, the Emperor feels it. Feels the eyes of the Hermit. Something's coming really fast to this Emperor. What's coming really fast? Why me? What's this 8 of Wands all about? Or something online. Oh, something online. Let me turn this off really quick. I think my cat might show up. I don't know, it just seems over the top to me, collective. Do kings and queens, did they sit around in history and worry about being attacked? No, if you were a king and a queen, you had advisemen, you had councilmen, you had other people that would worry about that stuff while you were to tend to kingly things. You know what I mean? But the vibration around you can sense it. Like, well, all this anxiety, all this, well, how are you going to do this? We need to see the blueprint. We need to see I don't know. I don't have God's design. Okay. But that's almost what they demand from you because they know you hold this archaic wisdom. It's like, no, dude. And even if I did, I'd probably keep it in a little corner of my mind somewhere, careful to who and how I share that information. Right. But yeah, 3D mentality is like, who are you going? When are you going? Can we follow you when you go and when you, no. And they're obsessed about it. But there's something online that's got the Emperor. Tell me about this. Something online. Oh boy. This whatever comes out online might give this person a tower moment. Sorry, I'd have the deck upside down here. So whatever comes out online, some kind of notice. There's a notice. There's some kind of notice. Online notice for this Emperor doing magic on you. The plan is for him to get away. He doesn't want to face this news. Yeah. And then they can't take the interrogation on, like they dish it out, right? The ops will dish it out like, well, we need to know A, B, and C. But when it's on the other foot, mysteriously, they can't provide that information. They have conveniently forgot. That's called a very, very power over maneuver. Like I am far more important than you are. No, you're not. Yeah, it's coming from this group, this club group organization, upside down Hierophant card, which could also mean God's not talking to this person. And it's got you know, Nine of Swords reverse. He can't escape this ability to not worry about it. He can't escape the ability not to worry about it. I mean, it's just, this is what you get, dude. Nine of Swords. He can't get out of this. God isn't talking to him. No. And it's coming fast that he get that. Wow. Like some of them have lost gifts because of this. They've lost their gift of intuition because they mess with you all the time. Want to take yours. Yeah. And notice you still have yours, collective. So, okay, so thank you. And then ancestors, tell us about this crossing energy, this 8 degrees Libra, the fair guardian. Who's collective's fair guardian in all this while we just watch? You know what I mean? Who's the fair guardian for collective? So they're doing magic on collective. They don't really have a lot of favor with this Hierophant card. But what's going to make this fair? The Death card. A change. This huge change. That's all you want is this change. So that you can actually feel it in your, settle in your bones. Yeah, they're disappointed. They don't want to switch gears. They don't want to passing of the guard, whatever this is. Changing of the guard. Yeah, they don't want to change ownership of these refunds, these funds. They have manipulated Mercury tonight, big time. And these funds have been misallocated. And they don't want to have to admit that they did this. Because you were supposed to have gone through the tower yourself and just, you know, flipped out, whatever. Oh, Nelly. So yeah, expect a lot of people to call you, come by, checking in on you. I mean, it just feels like I'm in a hospital and I'm not, which is fine. But I kind of just wanted a little bit of peace just before, you know, I'm living in the car. Okay. I was really just going to enjoy the last few hours of, you know, not to mention I'm cleaning a lot too. So, you know, but in between all of this is what I'm saying. You're going to be getting phone calls, things like, oh, okay. And, you know, things that would require just a text, you know, you're getting 2 phone calls for it. And then I had another person blow up my phone because I wasn't answering. And I just was like, I'm cleaning. I mean, this person literally like 10 texts before, you know, if people can't come to their phone, they're doing something, okay? I had rubber gloves on. I didn't want to take them off and go, you know what I mean? But this hyperactivity around me is just about ready to like, dude, this is not peaceful. This is not peaceful. Yeah, so I hope you're resonating with a little of that because that's what's going on is they're projecting that onto you. It's like, no, dude, I don't have to answer the phone if it blows up. Let it blow up. For God's sakes, just take the phone and enjoy it. That's what I'll do with that person the next time I see him. I could not believe that. 10 texts, you know, I just type, I'm cleaning, you know, and then, and I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean. Even presidents, yeah, I got president on there. Even presidents contract with pirates. Yeah. See, that doesn't work when you ascend, though. That's why they're mad. See, because usually they could come toward you. And I feel like since you've ascended, they're having a hard time picking up even you're not really even supposed to be around that frequency period. Yeah, no. You just won't jive with it. You know, it'll be like, Mayday, Mayday. Yeah, you'll want to get out of that frequency right away because it won't jive with you. Yeah. You need to keep as much independence in this home as possible. My God, you only have 48 more hours, whatever it is, if you're transitioning to but for God's sakes, just enjoy those 48 hours. It hasn't changed since you've been here. You're always alone, you know, but it's like they want some kind of proof to give to the judge that you've completely lost your ability to be a functioning human being. All right. So I guess something about the president knows about some of your stories too, star seeds. I'm supposed to call you something else. You are now like the star tree. Or something of that nature because you've evolved. Because your seed has definitely, the match was lit. And so you're a star at this point. But you need to know that people in a appointed power position have seen the actual story of what these people have done to you. Yeah, they've read about it. I don't think they care to watch your videos or whatever, but they are well aware of the policies and procedures that were completely hammered on by these people to get what they wanted. And tie you up. Here, look over there. And they stole everything from you. Morons. Absolute morons. Okay. So, yeah, they don't want this change. So the fair guardian, okay, so that's what your ancestors are telling you. To be a fair guardian, which is the moon, the crossing energy tonight, is you should have as much stability and independence as anybody else, okay? You're just as important. It's just you have a Thanksgiving too. Yeah, that's right. and they're I don't even know. I don't even know. When these same people will take a 4-day holiday at any convenience that they'd like. But because it's you and they can, they'll do it to you. Oh yeah, we get to make this one uncomfortable. This is fun. They got, they get extra money for doing that to you, which is sick. And there's serious karma for it. Yeah, there's serious karma. When you know the amount of stress, that's like, this is what that's like, dude. Let's say you were studying for what's the law school test that you take to get into law school? Is that the LSAT or something? But yeah, entrance exam to get, and the night before, like when you're cramming for all the really important things and taking, you get a nonstop train of people coming through your house, calling, neighbors blaring, backing up equipment. You're like, really? So it might be such a thing. You will get more peace at the library, truly. Yeah. You should probably go to the library collective. I'm recommending that highly. Seriously not cool. When they have a video on you and they can watch it, they don't need to interact with you. They can see you all day long and what you're doing, for God's sakes. Okay. Yeah, that's the truth. I didn't just open that to say that. No, that is the truth. They know exactly what you're doing. Buttheads, for God's sakes. And if you don't believe that this is over resources, think again. Okay, there is a reason you came into contact with those people to get you to do certain things and told you certain things about collective. Do not tell me otherwise. Do not tell me otherwise. There's a reason. They call them. Oh, go check on da-da-da. No, why? Because they want to ruffle your feathers. Ruffle your feathers. All right, so we know about this. Okay, this is what's crucial, is this goal to expand for Mercury 22 degrees Sagittarius. So Alexander Eiffel has that birthday, 22 degrees Sagittarius. He did the blueprint for Eiffel Tower. Now, it's beautiful, beautiful, architecture in Paris, but we surely don't want it to be crooked. And this gentleman kind of represents crooked. So we have to, in order to expand this new, we have to look at the evidence before we can expand. So that's going in retrograde. It's going over all these past things that they've done to you, and they have disregarded it. Like, what are you talking about? Well, all of your videos prove, through all the summers and all the times that you tried to do A, B, or C and how it was interrupted by Y, X, and Z. All the time. It didn't matter what your goal was. There was some kind of way to disrupt you, make you go, oh, I can't make it to work because suddenly I'm shaking all the time, and because they're playing like frequency crap through your music devices or their or radiation from the towers, it's like, and you don't care. Your body transmuted all of it, made it through quite well, but they need to stop. They need to get a new obsession. I really don't want them to. I want you completely out of that. I wait for you guys, some of you, to get out of that area. This is just toxic, way too toxic. Okay, so tell us about Mercury, ancestors. Tell us about Mercury. Oh, and if you feel like, well, my ops are getting rewarded, I feel like I'm getting the karma. No. God would not do that, okay? If anyone he wants to give a blessing to, it's the ones that love his heart and seek his heart and seek him, his face, okay? He does not want to bless these people who don't even believe in him, okay? So when you're sitting there thinking, maybe it's my karma, that nothing, no, okay? His greatest illusion is God's last plan. And there's nothing more than he wants to do, collective, but give you this blessing, okay? But he's watching these people overstep their boundaries constantly. They have no manners, and it's uncouth. And I think he's just going to come in and sort of truth them. Yeah, because, because it's exposed. Seven of Swords upside down means that we saw what you did, and you think that because you do these other things that we won't talk about that anymore. Whatever. You should have an active list of everything they've done. Yeah. An active list. I think mine was like a mile long. Yeah, at least, of things that they had done to collective. Stealing mail. My God. Stealing mail is like, that would irritate me enough on its own, you know, truly. Because some of you have some really important, cool stuff coming in. Yeah, this King of Swords, he helped retract evidence. He's a lawyer. He retracted some of your crucial evidence. Tell me what's going to happen to this King of Swords. Yeah, if you tried to get some kind of like restraining order or whatever, and it required evidence from a phone, or it was all manipulated so that it wouldn't get approved. I mean, this lawyer was working for them, so he didn't care about you. But there was a satellite on his butt. So just like there's a satellite on yours, there was one on him. They watched him pretty close. Yeah, and all the work that he did, the Seven of Pentacles. See? Now he is reaping that seed. You see what I'm saying? Neptune tonight saying the same. They're trying to harvest a field full of cursed crop. Yeah, because this is what you did the whole time to collective, constantly. Oh, car won't start. Maybe if I jump the battery. Oh, look, somebody cut my battery cables. Oh, it was stupid stuff like that. It's like it didn't matter what you did. It was like, they watched you on camera switching gears constantly, like you were some kind of aerobic. Something got struck. Okay. This person is just getting struck with the reality of karma, that lawyer, this King of Swords. He is finally realizing what karma is. Because it has nothing to do with you doing anything. It's the universe sending all these really like eye-opening truths, you know? Oh, okay. You thought that was okay we'll just throw some of that to you and see how you endure it. Yeah, you had to move on. But you learned to value your peace so much after you got through that lesson. You know what I mean? And they don't know peace. They don't have that. It's just that's why I want you to get out of that environment, because I feel like you learned to enjoy that time and love and you know, you loved it because you weren't tortured. See, they have mental torture. That's why they can't find or have peace. You, on the other hand, is like, you know, I would take it right now, but I think, you know, they were stomping above a little bit ago. I don't even know if I can have it tonight. But yeah, so that's the difference. You know, you're not haunted. Supermarket. Okay, so that's what's going on. As this person in an official position is getting exactly what he gave to you 7 years ago, 8 years ago, some of you 10 years ago. And now he gets to feel it, and it's happening like over and over and over. And he's like, what the? Because he knows that it can't be like a setup or one person actually, you know, but it's like just random things that are this really crappy messages that he's like, wow, because that hurt you. That a person, a leader in your community wouldn't help you. And you had done nothing to him but be a good person, a decent human being, and they wouldn't help you. Yeah. So, okay. So we got Temperance up here too. So while Satan is handling his minion, this lawyer, we've got the Temperance card. What's the evidence that you're working on for collective? I almost feel like it's like this miracle moment. Okay, it has to do with, okay. Yeah, they're telling me they have amped it up. They have put turbo gasoline in the tank. And just these last few weeks, they have done more crappy things to you than you would not believe. Like through your devices, you know, posting things that you did not post. They transposed texts to make it, you know, like you were just this sex worker that does nothing at night but sex work. You know, and the thing is, I'm thinking, well, you know, there's a video on Collective. So if you're chipped, just rewind the tape, and they're never texting on their phone. You know, unless they're doing a video, you probably don't even touch your phone, or you know, researching whatever. But you're not doing this. That would, anything like to entice a minor child or whatever they're accusing you of, you're like this the whole night, you know, and you're addicted to this and this and this, and that's not you. No, you know? So anyway, they tried to get away with that. Just things that they want to show this judge, jury, and so that they get the new beginning, which all it's going to do is make it's going to make whatever they achieve out of this, which this is a cursed harvest. They're trying to get a harvest that's cursed. Okay, let's see, you get it, great, move on with your life. It's just going to get worse and worse until they feel what you felt. Okay, that's all it is. They want to be a friend, and the angels are keeping them well away from you. The angels said you don't need those kind of friends, period. Okay, because all the love should be coming right now from this appreciation, 9 of Cups, this enjoyment of being protected by angels and completely independent. This is like Rosa Parks' chart. Like, I'm going to give you some hidden kings. I'm going to give you some hidden priests. I'm going to give you some hidden clan members. And you're going to be able to tell Borders and Safeties what? I have, thank you, an ability to communicate my safety, and I don't need anything else. That's what her chart said when she was born. I have. It's right here. I communicate to you, actually. She was in charge. And she, because of who were behind her. Kings, priests, clan members. And she almost just walked it out like a chariot ride. I mean, without a hitch. Because they paved the way for that moment in history. Yeah. Yeah. Jupiter in Sagittarius at the time, 11th house. We're going to travel with a large group of people, and then we're going to expand it. It was worldwide. People knew about that woman on the back of the bus. The boulder at the end of the road, that's got to be you, Collective. So what? Did you not want a boulder here? Because this is what you get. Is this non-violent? Okay. Decent human being wants to stand up for themselves. Do what you got to do. You want to do dynamite? Okay. It's going to look pretty bad on tape, but go right ahead. That's all that is she just stood up for herself. And they're an emotional wreck over it. They're acting like idiots. Wow. Thank you, angels. I love you. Because they can feel that you're not messing around. You're this boulder at the end of the road. No. Plus, it's really hard to find equipment to move a boulder. Okay, let's just get real. You got to have some backhoes or something. Okay, so let's go down to Venus and Mars. Okay, same thing as in the middle. Somebody's either watching a home. Okay. Watching. Oh, wow. Okay. So they just told me there's some law officials in your area that they're not impressed. And they're really brushing this off. Like, whatever. They don't realize how huge this is. And it may not be as huge as what, but it's pretty serious. Like the RICO charges and if some of them are involved with, making profit off of minors, abuse to minors. I don't know. It just seems like it's a little over the top. So, and this is a large coven of people, but it's almost like the law officials, I think they're irritated that there's like this other agency in town or whatever. It irritates them. So I don't know how much they're working with them or not, but it's almost like they know they're in the middle of a secret, but they want to know more about it. To give it clout. They don't, yeah. It's like they don't want to give it the clout it deserves, because these people that have come against you are the leaders in your community. They're the leaders. Why in the heck would they do that? Why would they attack the leaders are who have voted them in, who they go every Friday night and shoot pool with? You know what I mean? It's like, these are our leaders. And all of a sudden it's like this thing comes around and they're just like, really? They think it's funny. Favorable. What's going to be favorable for law enforcement's outlook on this? Yeah, something has to happen at the close of this cycle. Your angels are going to take care of it because of the strength of your heart. Yeah. This is pretty sad. Okay, this is pretty sad when the angels have to come in to strengthen your heart, because in Luke, you know, he says to Jesus, hey, take this cup. Okay. Take this cup. Oh my Lord, it's the orange one. Piggy! Take this cup. Jesus said, are you willing to take this cup? It wasn't to get out of the suffering. That's not what the angels came when Jesus said that to strengthen him, to keep holding the cup. The cup represents the burdens of the sins. And he didn't want it anymore. You know, it got to a point like, just take this cup from me, which, you know, he knew his destiny, but it dispatched these angels to minister to him and strengthen him. Yeah, just like now, all these little, you know, let's poke. Dude, I tell you what, why don't you just give me a pager or some kind of a recording device, a live one? We'll go ahead and feed it in my vehicle and on me, so that you know what I'm doing at every moment and every blah, blah, blah. They already have it. They've chipped you. You know what I mean? It's like, but they're over the top, hyper over you collective. I can't explain it, but it's a physical disturbance. The ancestors had me right about it. This is a physical disturbance that not many men can endure. You've endured it for how long? And not many can endure that type of invasion, that personal space invasion, you know? And I've seen videos where most of you are like, you know what? This is dumb. I'm out, dude. I'm out. Because the invasion of privacy is so brutal. Come on, let's go. Alex, you know, there's food out here. Let's go. Come in. Why didn't you tell me she was in here? My black cat could have, you know, guarded it for me, but no, he's nap. He's night time. Nick of time. So this is going to come in the nick of time that these angels re-strengthen you. If you're feeling worn down, if you're feeling like you've got to be kidding me. Yeah. Yeah. You know, here they're the ones that are unwilling to communicate truth, you know, and you just need this fair guardian. And it's like, well, I guess I have to be the fair guardian. It's like you get the cup, collective. And you're like, wow, I was really hoping somebody else would take the cup from me, you know, but no. The angels are going to come to strengthen you tonight. They're not going to remove it. You were born to do this, like Rosa Parks, because you probably got more kings and queens behind you right now than you can see. Miles of them. Yeah, truly. You've got high priestesses behind you, and you've got this clan, some kind of amazing clan. Yeah. Take this cup. Do you blame him at all for saying that? Heck no. Make me strong like you, Jesus. I love you so much. Now. Yeah. Now. Well, you know, you could go get your energy shot. You could get all hopped up tonight, collective. What's it going to do? It's going to make you look worse than them. You know? But I feel like you have to be all hopped up to be constantly on guard all the time. Constantly the Seven of Swords all the time. Like, okay, here it comes. Because you got to handle it graciously. You smile. Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. Yeah. Is there anything else I can do for you? Alrighty. When you pay taxes to be in America, and yet it feels like, yeah, Gestapo. Yeah. Whatever. Okay. So that's the repressed emotion from the Chariot. That's the Sabian symbol. Some kind of you have to repress these emotions, you know. Yeah. There's some kind of problem that gets solved through opportunity. So this queen, you might be this water priest or priestess, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, might get some kind of opportunity that comes from a problem. So let's say it does get to a point where, you know, hey, this is what's going on. I've done nothing but take calls from this person since, you know, and it's over the top. And I just, you know, I don't know. They'll say, turn your phone off. Oh, okay. No. But yeah, if somebody had to come in to yeah, you go to the phone store to say, well, hey, how can I do this on my device? Like, can I silence it for, you know, whatever. There's something in that trip to the phone store that there's opportunity. It's kismet. It's like this fated moment where, okay, you run into this person. Train. And you're going to think, that's so dumb. I go to the phone store every day. Yeah, it's very 3D. It's very 3D, I'm sorry. Because you are here on 3D trying to get through this. You spend most of the days up here when you can. But that's what it's going to be, is something so mundane as, okay, on the way to the phone store, you know, you get this opportunity. And I would just at that moment, like, if you do not return to that home, just follow that person out of the county view. Seriously. If you don't have a thing packed or just like, oh, gone. No, it's going to feel like that though. Like, you're kidding me. But it's true, because it's so dense. That's why it feels like this. That's why they're so full of anxiety, because they just expected you to get accused of all these things and that you'd be taking the karma. And you're like, dude, I'm out. I'm not taking that karma. I didn't do that. You know? Okay, so tell us, yeah, so you just have to repress this emotion until these problems provide opportunity, Venus. I know. 17 degrees Capricorn. 2 + 5. Today's date is a 7 again. Wow, really something about the Chariot card in this reading, the 777. So it's a highly spiritual time for you to get these revelations from your ancestors. And tell us about Mars. 5 degrees Leo. Oops, sorry. I'm going to use these though. 5 degrees Leo, an assessment where I will follow. Yeah, this dude, Mars, 5 degrees Leo, all he wants to do is find out who do I follow that's popular. He don't dare be on the Red Rover team that's losing. Yeah, that's all he wants to do is jump ship. How's he going to jump ship from this Hierophant group that's now, there's a lot of heat on him. And he just wants to be left alone. Is he not in trouble or something? Yeah, he collaborated with them. 3 of Pentacles. I mean, look at them. They're all wearing the same guilty clothes. Yep. Looks like bank robbers to me. So what's he trying to do? If he can get 10 hours away, oh God. He's waiting on this news, maybe. This 8 of Wands is fast. Oh, he's on the internet tonight. Why is he on the internet? Okay, he's love bombing somebody else because he's a fool. And this is the truth. No, oh, so he's online tonight getting some really fast information. Knight of Cups. Very impulsive, the Fool card. So he's on there impulsively speaking to this King of Swords. Like, oh my God, did you see so-and-so's reading? I don't think you said any names, Collective, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, he's calling you out on your reading saying that they're talking about so-and-so. Really? Maybe they didn't see the reading that I did where I've already had about 10 attorneys. Yeah, in my lifetime. 10. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, because I had to go through bankruptcy. I had to go through divorce. I had to go through, my Lord, what other, real estate attorneys, probate attorneys. No, you wish. That's the one you never got. It's for the inheritance. Yeah. So they think they're so cool. Like, oh, look what we just saw in the reading. Yeah, no, not so much. You should always be careful of that, because collective, you don't know what's going to happen. They're going to change the storyline according to their likes anyway. So it won't matter. You'll be 10 hours away by that time. Hopefully you all get 10 hours away from this toxicity, truly. Okay. So what else is Mars doing? He's looking for someone to follow. Oh, okay, because this King of Swords, this judge, it could be a judge, attorney, is in the great wide open. Yeah, there's no recourse. He's a law-abiding citizen. He pays taxes. So, of course, he'll always have his voice and his ability to vote. And so this person is in contact with this person, asking, probably legal advice, for one thing. But he's rather impulsive about it. I think it's a setup. I think the investigator's going to watch this dude make a mistake. Yeah. There's a setup over this. I'm not sure how, but it's almost like they baited this Mars to contact this person in authority. It's almost like they left a voicemail or something. Hey, I got a few questions for you. And he comes in really impulsively thinking it's about one thing, but they trap him. It's about something. They've entrapped him to provide information. Yeah, this Mars. It could be that too. So he's either impulsively on the internet saying things about you, collective, that are incorrect. Doing it 8 of Wands, that's pretty fast, so it must be internet. And then, or 2, this is a hook and bait from the law enforcement, getting this person to act very foolishly. Yeah, this person in law enforcement, King of Swords, has baited this Mars energy. Even with a gray beard, Mars is still Mars. And it's that fire, it's that impulse, it's that, okay, let's, and he's he's on the edge of a cliff, and he sees the butterfly. He's just going to go right off and catch that butterfly. He thinks he has wings. Yeah, he gets caught for something. Wow. It's going to cause a tower, because there's a tower in the back of that King of Swords. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a tower back there. Okay, hold on. I got to give him another cup of food. Wow, you guys eat a lot of food. I just fed you at 5 o'clock. What is it, 7 o'clock? Wow. Why didn't you tell me they were starving to death? Huh? You're supposed to tell me these things. Oh my gosh, historian. There's some kind of historian. Yeah, historically there was that duality. Was that from Rosa Parks' chart? Yeah. Historically speaking, there was always this duality that needed transformed. This segregation of we're rich or poor. It's the same thing they did to you. We're smart, you're dumb. Bite me, dude. Like you're the only people in the world that know how to read. That's what they acted like. Like, I don't even think collective can read. Okay. Just in 3 languages. Huh. Okay, so 24 degrees Taurus. So the clan tonight has this death card. This is really serious. I shouldn't be playing so light, because this is change. This is forced change, truly. This is change that had to come by force. And there's a priest involved. On the front of that horse, there's some kind of priest. Yeah. They're trying to, okay, in their magic, they've done this magic. They were making offerings to the ancestors for mercy. Yeah, it's a Grim Reaper. Don't fear the Reaper. Yeah, they are fearing the Reaper because they are trying to transfer it to you. Level it off. Level theirs off, you know, to just the minimal. And then you go ahead and pay it. You go ahead and pay it, collective. Oh, okay. Do you realize how much abuse that person? Yeah, they don't care. Yeah, what you've lived through, what you've endured, and then now. Oh, wow. Yeah, you got some real winners there, collective. They are no friends. Snap. It's going to make them snap when they figure out that it's going to bounce back to them. You're not taking that. That's not yours. Plus, they don't know your frequency, so I don't know how they do that. But they're in judgment right now. So tell me about this clan going through this change, realizing, yeah, it's like this canoe, this death canoe. It's like it's like this, let's carry the body now. Yeah. Removal of remains causes a tower. Tell me about this family. Okay, so some kind of King of Wands wants to celebrate. King of Wands wants to Six of Wands. Seven of Wands is protected. This is a protected person. This could be a collected person. Tell me about this person that wants to celebrate. This might be somebody who worked on your file, collective. Knew a couple things they were doing. Scoundrels. Scoundrels. Okay. He's going to have something to do with your home. This Chariot card tonight. He's either keeping an eye on things or he's going to offer you some housing. Is he going to dragonfly? You might have to fly to get to your new housing. Ooh, wouldn't that be nice? There's gossip about it too because this is an ending to this. Oh. Okay, there's some kind of gossip tonight about the ending of a King of Cups, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. There's some kind of talk about the ending of this person tonight. Who was the Cancer in your, or who was the, for some reason, with the Chariot being out here 3 times, I think, well, that's Cancer, but could be a Scorpio or a Pisces. And that's, oh, that's, okay, so this King of Wands is the one that made that happen. It must have happened at his home. You know, when I got the home card, it flew out like that. So this dude wasn't prepared for this. This was an off-guard thing. This Ten of Swords to this King of Cups by this King of Wands, who's now celebrating, happened tonight. If not last night. Yeah, happened last night or tonight, they're saying. For some of you. Depending on what time, you know, frame you're on. What do they call it? Timeline? What timeline are you on? I don't care. I just want it over. No kidding. Bless your hearts. Yeah, but remember, the angels are going to come from 2243 to strengthen you. They're not going to remove the cup from you, collective, but they will strengthen you to handle it. Yeah. Yeah, these people are henchmen. They're henchmen of Sanhedrin, violating the rights in front of authority illegally. It's like they're violating your privacy constantly and doing it in front of authority that sees it. And the only reason why I think that they aren't called on it is because they're just adding it to the file. They're adding it to the file. Because by this time, some of them have a file. It's like, now we can get them on 20 charges versus 1 charge. So, you know, because for you, it's like, again, like they're hacking in my phone again, you know, or they just took my email again. I just stopped. I didn't even care. Like, I'm not going to change no password 500 times. I don't even check it, you know, and I don't do comments or read comments on my videos. But it got to that point, like, you know, that they were once again, because then they can go in there and they can create these messages that I wrote. Interesting. Yeah, that would be that Queen of Cups upside down person who's completely manipulative, lost her rocker. Wow, she needs to be tied to a rocking chair is what needs to happen to that person. Yeah, the train just whistled.
Yeah, that's person that she needs to have mixed nuts on her TV stand every night, you know, just to make sure. Now, is that my brain or Nelly? Yeah, I don't know. She's lost it though. Absolutely lost it. I would not enjoy doing that to somebody. Oh, look, we're in their email. Now we can go and use their credit card and pay all our bills. Yeah, whatever. So that's pretty cool. Thank you, Uranus. That's from the clan tonight, is you've got one of these fire kings in your storyline took down a water king, did it in his home. Yep. So Neptune's the sun card, some kind of an illumination on them trying to harvest this cursed crop. What's this cursed crop look like? Because of this dude, the chains. The chains from a devil. Past calculations. Yeah, they had 4 years of planning this specific moment, and not a one of them got what they had planned for. Ah, I love it. Thank you, Jesus. 2 of Swords. Okay. Why is 2 of Swords important? Well, first of all, it puts them at a standstill. Like, I can't keep harvesting. All we're doing is getting cursed doing it. Yeah, you probably should stop then. But in Luke 22:38, Jesus says 2 swords would be enough. 2 swords would be enough. That was the wisdom from Jesus. 2 swords would be enough. Okay, so you can kind of think about that as like, is that like a riddle? Because there are 2 people in your storyline that truly have made this drag out much longer than it needed to. You should have had relief from the storyline at least a year ago. But because of these 2 people and their inability to transform, okay, their inability to admit that Collective's right, Collective's not a liar, Collective is not a street walker, okay? Because of these 2 people, that's all it took. 2 swords. And look at this. It's like World War IV. What is this? You know what I mean? It seems like this is nuts. And they were able to do it with just 2 swords. 2 people. So they must be important people. I don't know. Maybe one of your ops is like, you know, governor of, I don't know. But isn't that amazing that Jesus knew that? Like, it's only going to take 2 to tango. And truly, that's what's going on, because you should have got your justice weeks ago, Collective. Yep. Thank you, Neptune. I love you. So this is at 0 degrees Aquarius for Pluto. Man, the comeback kid's going to change your life, Collective, because it is the atmospheric control. Something about atmospheric control. Tell me, Pluto. What are you controlling tonight, Pluto, about this judgment? This 20. It's got the 20 card. That resonates to the moon. That might be the Cancer. Yep, this is going to be about your past. This atmospheric control. Yeah, they can't confuse people anymore about who you were. Okay? The stories did not add up. Who you were seems a little out of balance as to what we actually saw on files. We are not going to be confused by this past information you've given us about Collective, because that's just your brand of perverted justice. That's your way of, oh no, we buy our justice. It's tailor-made. No, it's not. It happens to be truth. Happens to be truth, and you're not going to buy it anymore. Your version of events as they celebrate their 3 little witches, do their witchcraft on courts of law. That's crappy. Why would you do that to him? Then the judge is like, well, I wondered why I misplaced the file. Because somebody did witchcraft on you. Yeah, it's up. They, all of the courthouses dealing with your specific information, they know what's up with these people. They know what's up. They've just done nothing but bring more attention to themselves when they wanted it on you. And they can't keep doing that. They've done that for so long now. So, my cat jumped here earlier, and when he did, all the cards went as, I guess I should have made sure they were. Okay, guys, so that's what's up with Pluto. Is the storyline about your past cannot be altered anymore. Okay, so Saturn, I'm sorry, I got the 2 card again with this moon. Judgment had a 2. We got 2 high priestesses. 2 is kind of important too. Wow, lots of 2s. And it's the moon. It's Cancer as well. Tell us about this past calculation. Okay, so judgment had made, okay, because remember, they've gotten away with this before. They had to replace the bench, the person on the bench. They had to replace that person. Wow. That they made that judge walk away because that one was there was a conflict of interest. A 7 of Cups. He didn't know what the heck was going on. And then whatever agency's working on your behalf, you know, it's probably the little save the stars from hell. No, whoever is working so diligently and knows this abuse. Okay, this is absolute abuse to treat anybody like this. They made that judge walk away because of all the confusion and the conflict of interest. So that's good. Thank you, Saturn. What are we gonna hear? There's Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords after that. Wow. So we should be getting some truth now. I doubt they do court this week with Thanksgiving, but you never know. I mean, there might be some kind of like hearing or at least a call-in, you know, that they'll be shocked, you know, when they get the truth, because you can't keep doing this to this person. We've tracked it. We've tracked it. How obsessed you are with one person. They're crawling on your window, dude. We don't know, but that's a little obsessive. Okay, so let's talk about destiny. Thank you, Saturn. Again, this Chariot, this 7 card. The spiritual force be with you, collective. May the spiritual force be with you, because that's really your destiny. Even though you are around pirates that talk to presidents every day, which is really sad, but it's true. It's just what it is. The presidents have to talk to pirates because they're neighbors with the pirates. So it's better to know what your enemy's doing than to not know and then be, you know, surprised. So presidents talk to pirates, and here comes collective, and it's like, I just have to use this spiritual force. Yeah, I can't use that brute force, even though it looks quite nice. You know, Alexander the Great was a legend, you know, and he did a genius move when he cut the Gordian knot, but that was history. That was eons ago. And what we would once, you know, put up on a pedestal, I think Age of Aquarius is just going to take down all those false bravados, you know, like we didn't have to do that. We really didn't. We could have just been decent human beings, you know? So tell us about destiny tonight, Chariot. Wow. 7777 collective. I don't know. Maybe you got a 7 in are you a July baby? Did this happen to you in July? 77777. Maybe the year 77. When I first started listening to these readings, I had a reader that I watched. I don't see her on there anymore. I really miss her readings, but she would put times of things to pay attention to. And it's almost like it's either 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. Yeah, because I'm getting all these 7s. Yeah. Oh my God. Speaking of which, 7 of Wands. 7, like, oh, seriously, it just came out. 7 of Wands. Somebody is highly protected and getting a tower. Confirmation of the train. Wow. I think you're protected, collective. And I think your ops are going to be getting one of these. Wow. I love you. Happy Monday. Yeah, because they're buried.